Alright, what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, today, we have a pretty interesting and new kind of video. I haven't done one of these in a while. It's like a tutorial. The last tutorial I made was like a tail tutorial flat. But today, we're going to be doing the top 5 easiest pro scooter tricks you can do. Alright? It's pretty simple. Now, when I say scooter tricks, I don't mean just like bar spin, 180, tail whip, and all that stuff that you can just do flat. I mean stuff you can do at a skate park. So, like, it'd be pretty stupid to go to a skate park and just ride flat, because that's the whole point of a skate park. You don't have to ride flat, you can ride actual ramps. So basically, we're gonna go, it's not gonna be beginner tricks, but it's not gonna be like insane trick like flare whip. Just do five tricks in general to do at a skate park. 5 of the easiest ones that I can think of. Now, before we get into that little tutorial, I want to ride. Let's get a few tricks out of the way, get my body warmed up. This way, I'm not dead when I'm trying to explain and teach you guys how to do some of these tricks. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll start off, warm my legs up in the half pipe. We got a bar here. Dude, I need some new grips. Look at this. This is what it used to look like. That's what it looks like now. Look how crazy that is. It's like it's just like flat rubber. There's no like texture at all. Front lip. Big Smith. And that was supposed to be much smoother, but it wasn't. Oh goodness, I'm not even gonna try that. Manny. T-bog. Downhill. Bar. Tire. Salad. 2-7 lip. Whip. Bar. Bar. I'm not sure if this will be the next video or the video after that, but if you guys remember Plation, they sent me a beginner scooter a couple months ago or weeks ago, and they sent me a new one. And okay, this thing is like really good. Like, I was stoked and really surprised at the same time, because when I saw it first from the beginner or the Pro scooter, it was pretty decent. It was okay for a beginner, but for me it's not gonna work. It's too small, the wheels are too small. But like I said, it's for a beginner. But they made a new one. It's called the Pro Thunder. I'm not gonna tell you too much, but trust me, you guys are gonna trust me. I'm not even saying anything. Just trust me. Hit that bell, subscribe, this way you don't miss anything. But yeah. Anyway, we're gonna keep riding. Oh, Bryflip, bar, feeble, Smith, bar, triple air, nose blunt. I completely missed. Nose blunt. There we go. And flare. Whew, okay. Pretty warmed up now. I'd be really happy with a stall the gate, Bry, heel rewind double. That'd be solid. Alright. Oh, almost first try. Ah. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, really? I should have committed to that for sure. Would have had it. Oh, come on. Bro, my foot slipped. Come on. God dang it. Ow, my freaking chin hit the brake. So I'm getting really close to this. Like, that last trick is just killing me. I don't know why, but it just did. Oh, finally. Ooh, that took a lot of freaking breath out of me. Hey man, we got it. That was pretty good. Whew. I'm wrecked already. Zay, you're on the vlog right now. You gotta say something.
Oh, hi vlog.
You want a shout out or something?
Yeah, Roman better do double flare right now.
Yeah, I'm good. What do you want though? Seriously. Actually, no, bye. T-bug the hip. Good. Whoa. Butter. And I don't know what to do. Double heel. Oh, the frickin' steez, dude. Whack! Shay, you're on the vlog. It's the second time in like 5 minutes. Zay called me 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, I know. He kind of told me to call you. I was gonna call you anyways. But yo, Roman, I just realized
that I'm gonna hang up on you because I'm filming. Okay, so I just watched all that footage back and I realized a lot of it was in time lapse. Actually, in fact, every single clip it was in time lapse, except for the part where I was calling Shay, which is what you guys just saw 5 seconds ago. But we're back. It's the next day, which really sucks because I had to leave. And I didn't want to leave because I wanted to freaking finish filming this video. But here we are, we're going to finish it off. Now, obviously, we don't even get started with the main point of this video yet. So that's what we're going to do right now. And I believe where we stopped off last time, which was, like I said, a few seconds ago for you guys, I was trying to flip the hip. Now, I did it. Like I said, it's a time lapse. But I'm not going to do it again because I just got here. And if you guys really want to see me do that, some of the cars, there's a video. I made it all about that. It was the first time I did it. It was a sick video. It was super scary to make, but also super fun to make. But yeah, here we go. These are the 5 easiest tricks you can do at a skate park, the quickest ones to learn. Starting off, number 1. The tricks are going to go from least difficult to most difficult, so we're going to work our way up between beginner and intermediate. We're not going to go past, we're not going to go past either one. So it's not going to be like super beginner, and it's not going to be like past intermediate. So the last trick, number 5, is going to be what's like once you get there, you're into the intermediate skill level, if that makes sense. So the first thing, we're going to start off on the easy level. We're going to do double whip, all right? Simple 2 tail whips, just like this. 1, 2, boom. Pretty simple. There's not much to it except for the fact that you need to flick a little harder with your feet, and you want to use your wrist to get that whip around, because if you do your whole arm, it's going to take a while. But yeah, if you just flick it with whatever foot you feel like you're most comfortable with, you flick it fast, you jump really hard, and you do as much as you can. I would definitely recommend you doing it out of a bank, a small quarter, not necessarily flat, because that takes a little while for some people. It took me a while to learn double whip flat, but you could do it on like a small hip like that. You could do it over something, you could do it in air, you could do a drop, which I probably wouldn't recommend doing that either. I'd rather you probably just do it flat first. But there's a lot of places you can do it, so you can do it pretty much anywhere. You literally could do it anywhere. I'll do it again really quick. You guys can see my feet. I'll slow it down really quick so you can see it better. Just like that. You flick it pretty fast. Well, for me at this point, because I do a lot more whiffs than 2, it's not too hard. It's not as much flick as I can. Like I just said, you want to flick with whatever foot you flick with. You flick it nice and hard, and you just bring it around, and it should come around. It's not gonna be first try, it's not gonna be second try. It'll probably take you a couple hours in total, not like straight. If you try it for like 8 hours straight, you might get it, but if you try it like 20 times a day, you'll probably get it within like 3 days. So that's the first trick. And like I said, you can do it over stuff like this. 1, 2. You could do it air like this. 1, 2. Yeah, and put it in lines. You can do all sorts of stuff. Now this next trick moves up a level, so it's a little bit more difficult, but it's also the same doable. They're both very doable. It's not impossible, you can definitely do it. So the next one is basically you have to be able to 360 and you have to be able to bar spin. So as you guys can probably tell, it's gonna be a 360 and a bar spin. So truck driver. If you can't do either of those tricks, I'd recommend you learn that first. But here's how this goes. I personally had some trouble with this trick when I first started out, and it took me a while to get it consistent, but I'm pretty good at it now. So if you didn't know, this is what a 360 bar spin looks like. Just like this. I'll do it fly out, 360 with a bar spin. If you're doing it on a ramp, I definitely would advise you to do about 90 degrees, push the bars out, do the bar spin, pull it back in, and finish the spin. A lot of the people that I see try and do it either too early or too late, and it's sketchy to do it too late. But that's where I bring my next point. If you're not gonna do it on a ramp, like if you don't have a ramp or you don't want to do it on a ramp and you want to try it flat, like I said, you have to be able to 360 and bar spin flat. If you want to do it flat, you probably have to be able to do 360 and a bar spin at the same time. Not like in the same trick, but like you have to do them individually if you want to add them together. But basically, if you're doing it flat, what I tried when I was first learning them, I would try and do the same thing that I do on a regular ramp, but it's not. You actually have to do it much later. So you have to do it when you're about 180. This way the bar, most of the spin is around, then you can open up and you're already 270 when you finish the bar. So you at least roll away. It might not be clean every time, but you'd rather roll away than not. So again, if you're doing 360 bar or truck driver fly out, or over something, just not flat, you want to do it earlier. If you're doing it flat, you want to do it later. Make sense? Okay, cool. But like I said, you can do it anywhere. You can do it over a hip, you can do it at 270, you can do it out of a bank, in a 360, just like that. If you get good enough at that and you want to try it over something, here's something easier. Just do it over a pyramid. It's not that bad. It's not a huge gap. You don't have to go too fast. And getting hurt, there's a less likelihood of it because the ramp's not too big. But I mean, obviously you can still get hurt. You can get hurt on anything. But it definitely will be scarier to do it over something like that, because you have to do it faster and you're landing in transition and you land really fast instead of landing on flat. Oh, and if you guys are still here and you haven't subscribed or liked this video or turn that notification bell on, what are you doing? Go down below, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, this way you don't miss out on any videos. I upload Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 4 p.m. every single week. Yeah, so you won't miss any content. Trust me, I upload a lot. If you're bored, you can count on me. I'll keep you entertained. Okay, now for the third trick is making our way up the level again. This trick can be sort of weird for some people, like for me. Well, actually, let me tell you the trick first. Basically, whip and then kick, and you do an oppo whip. You can do it that way, or you can do oppo whip kick, regular whip, which is heel rewind. So you can do whip rewind or heel rewind. I personally like heel rewind because you can catch it with your actual, you're not catching it heel side, you catch it toe side. It comes around way better. It's like less scary to do it over stuff and commit to it, because if it's coming around oppo, you remember that's like landing a heel whip. So it's a little sketch, but that depends on the person. I like landing toe side. Some people might like landing his side. It does not matter. Here's what it is. I'm gonna do heel rewind because I'm better at that. So one, boom, just like that. How this trick works is if you stand goofy and you want to heel rewind, you want to flick with your front, so you're right. You want to flick the heel whip and then kick with the same foot and then bring it right back. So like I said, front foot, flick, kick, land with the other one. Very simple. It's literally the exact opposite for if you stand regular. So if you stand regular, you want to flick with your left, kick with your left, land with your right. Now if you're doing whip rewind, which means you're landing heel side, which means you're landing like this, which is opposite, you want to kick with your regular foot like you're tail whipping, and then kick the heel whip with the foot you would normally catch it with. Make sense? Then you land with both feet. When I said I wasn't the greatest at whip rewinds, I mean that. Did I say I wasn't the greatest? Well, I'm not. And I'll show you why. You'll definitely believe me after this attempt, because I definitely won't land it. I don't know why I'm not good at whip rewinds, but I'm just not. But yeah, I can't do that. I'll try it like 3 times. Ow, my toe. I kicked the head tube. Oh, there's 3 tries. And I'll do a heel rewind over the hip real quick just so I can land a freaking trick. We'll do it over here instead. Boom, just like that. Pretty simple. Well, for me, for some people, it's probably not gonna be simple because obviously I'm teaching you how to do this, so you're not gonna be an expert yet. This next one can be very weird and difficult to learn for some people, but it's a finger whip. So finger whip, you hit it with your hand, it does a tail whip. Now the one problem that a lot of people have with this, well, there's one or two, but the main one is when a lot of people, when they go to finger whip, they actually try and reach down and hit it. It's the exact opposite. You want to pull the scooter up so you don't have to reach down and then you hit it, if that makes sense. So instead of going like this and hitting it, you jump, you pull the scooter up to about your waist, maybe like right between your knee and your waist, and then you basically hit it and it comes around. And some people, now if you're regular, which means your right foot is in front, so like this, your right foot's like that, you want to bring it up, you want to take your left hand off and hit it with your left hand. This way it comes around toe side. If you're regular, which means your left foot is forward, you want to basically take your right hand and hit it that way. It's the exact same for the other finger whip. So if you do a goofy, hit it with your left. If you do it regular, hit it with your right. It comes around toe side. This way you can catch it and it's not scary to land every single time. It's definitely one of the more popular tricks when people are when they're starting to like try and advance their tricks a little bit. This is definitely one of the more popular ones. But I'm going to show you it really quick. Just fly out. Very simple. Boom. And just like most of these other tricks, you can do them over stuff, you can do it air, you can do it fly out. I suck at them air. I literally cannot do them to save my life. I'm not even gonna prove it to you because I don't even want to try because I'm not bad at them. But for some reason I can double downside finger whip over that hip, which makes no sense, but here we are. Here's what a single finger whip looks like over the hip, just like that. Boom, landed, clean, everything is good. Now for the last and probably the biggest trick on this list that most people have the most trouble with, I would say, and it's one of those tricks that sets you apart. So like there's a lot of people that can do tail whip, double whip, finger whip, and rewind, but then you come to scooter flips. The first one, the most basic one, a Bryflip. Now, this trick can be really confusing for some people to learn and scary to commit to. Very scary to commit to for some people. Like a couple of my friends, they had a lot of trouble with this trick. So Bryflip looks like this. Boom, you flip the scooter, you land. It's way easier to do it on like a quarter, so you do it air. This is one of those tricks that I wouldn't recommend doing fly out if you're gonna learn it, unless you don't have anything else but a fly out. But I mean, if you have a fly out, you gotta have a quarter. I mean, unless your fly out is a bank, but if you have a quarter, you wanna use the quarter. You stand goofy. A Bryflip is basically, you wanna turn the bars 90 degrees like this, so your left hand is in front, and you just pull it around. Just like that, it comes around just perfectly. It should, at least, if you're doing it right. If you're not, then you're probably doing something wrong with the twisting part. And if you stand regular, which means you turn to your right, you want to do the exact opposite. So turn your bars to the right, your right hand's in front, and you pull it around just like that. Now, a lot of the people that I've seen do the Bry motion the wrong way. Like, they naturally want to go this way if they stand that way, which makes it really hard. Because that means you gotta land heel side. And heel side Brys are literally hard as heck. Like, I've tried them. I regret it. I literally land on my face because you land heel side. So if you're landing the quarter's right here, and I'm gonna land with my face on it, which is not fun. It should be a little bit easier to commit to and actually get around and land. Pay attention to the crossing of the bar. my bars were completely to the side and I pulled the scooter around. So when you flick it up, in fact, the most important part is to not use your feet. This trick is all arms. A lot of people try and flick it like a tail whip and then they just do some weird whip umbrella motion that's really weird. So just use your arms. What I did is when I first learned them, I was trying to stand like a little ski so I can just open my feet. Yeah, so that's Bryflip. I'm gonna do it on a couple obstacles. I can do it air like I just showed you. I can do it over a hip and I'll do a drop. This is Bryflip on a hip, which is straight. So you have to be able to do it straight first before you do it on the hip, which you could just learn it on the hip because that is technically straight. And then you can do it drop, which is probably the hardest, except for doing it flat. Basically just like that. Boom. Those are the 5 tricks that are probably the easiest to learn at a skate park. You can learn them quick. Some of them take less than a day. Some of them take a couple months. Bryflip is probably the one that's going to take you the longest if you straight try that, especially if you've never tried it. Before we leave, I want to get one more line. I want to do stall the gate, I want to bry, and then I want to get a flare. Now I've been trying to get my flares a lot more balled up because I saw I filmed a couple of them, just self-filmed them, and they were pretty opened up. And I think flares, which I think everybody thinks flares look better when they're balled up, and I've been getting better at that. So that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna do it in a line. I haven't even done a flare yet today. Stall the gate. Boom. Bryflip. Boom. Flare. Oh, that was quicker than I thought. I'll see you guys next time.